Hey, my name is Ben Brooks. I'm one of the founders at I Am Pro and also the founder of Argo Artists Acting Agency. In this video, I'll be sharing my top tips for you on how to find an acting agent. So obviously, being an acting agent, we see hundreds of emails from different actors seeking representation. Every day they come through. And there are some things on these emails that I see as being very common errors. And things that people leave out all the time that I think are really necessary when approaching an agent. My number one thing for actors approaching agents is they're going to want to see you act. They're going to want to see you act. There's no two ways about that. You have to have some kind of material that enables us to see your ability as an actor. We get so many emails through with people from actors who just send cover emails and maybe a headshot. And a lot of these emails will get overlooked because, I mean, there's no point. I'm never going to take on an actor that I haven't seen act, whether that be in person or on tape. So yeah, make sure you include some kind of material that enables us to see how you perform and your range as an actor. So cover letters are a good topic to talk about when approaching an agent, because obviously it's the first thing that we see when you email an agent is your covering letter. So my key bit of advice for a cover letter would be to keep it short and sweet. To try and get in the relevant information, what you've been up to, whether you've trained, what you're looking to achieve as an actor, these sorts of things, these little nuggets of information that can really spike our interest or really let us know a bit about you and your journey, and also I would include why you've chosen to approach us as an agency. I think it's quite an important thing for an actor to research an agency before they approach them and make sure that they're a suitable fit. There's plenty of agencies out there, and you need to make sure that you're looking at an agent that represents your casting bracket and what you're trying to achieve, and it also reflects well in your letter, knowing that the actor's done the research and looked at our agency and thought about whether we're right to represent them or not before they've approached us. It just helps. So yeah, I'd say keep it short, sweet, punchy, key information. I wouldn't write more than 2 paragraphs if you can keep it all within that short email. And yeah, do your research before you approach agents. Make sure you've got all the right information, and yeah, you should be onto a winner. So headshots and CVs. These are things that you'll need to include when approaching an agent and emailing them with all your information. Headshots are really key to you getting work. They're the main tool for you to be seen and spotted by a casting director or a director. So we want to make sure that your headshots are, we as an agency will want to make sure your headshots are honest, for one, so they represent you correctly, because there's nothing worse than seeing a headshot from somebody, and when you meet them in person they look nothing alike the headshot. So I think keeping your headshots honest. A variation of headshots is always good, some different sort of emotions or feelings or happies, or just like different, a variation, because like I said, they're one of the key tools for us as agents to put you forward for jobs. We really need to pick the right headshot for the job that we're putting you forward for, so to have a good choice of different headshots is awesome for us, and it makes our job a lot easier. And CVs, for me it's sort of a subjective matter. Obviously it's beneficial to have experience. It's nice to see people who've done work and see what people have been up to, but equally we're always looking for people who are fresh and new to the business. So it's not vital to have an extensive CV, and also I don't need to see whether you're in your primary school's nativity play. That has no relevance to your career as a potential actor. We want to see things that you've done. If you've got things that you've done, put them on there, and if you don't, then don't. Just be honest with the agent. And yeah, let us know what you can. If you don't have an acting CV, just let them know in the cover letter. Let them know, just spell that out for them. I'm new on this acting journey. This is, I'm raw, but I have a passion for acting, and then they'll hopefully watch your video that you've uploaded or Dropbox linked or whatever you've done, to see your acting ability. And that's what I always do. If there's no I very rarely click on someone's CV if they've sent through a video of them acting anyway. I'll click on that first and see what they're all about, figure them out, see if they're right for us, and then perhaps afterwards look at their CV. So, Spotlight. I mentioned it before, a little bit earlier in one of my points, and I'll just give you a little overview as to what Spotlight is, so those of you that don't know get a good idea of what it does and why it's important for you to be on it as an actor. So Spotlight is the casting funnel. It's a platform that allows casting directors to put out briefs to agents. So the casting director will have a role that they need to cast. They'll put together a brief, which is like a small message with the details and the information of what they should look like, their height, all the characteristics, all the other bits and pieces, maybe a bit of backstory, so we get an idea of what the character's about, and maybe some references as to who they might have in mind in terms of look and appearance. And then they will send it out via the Spotlight platform to the agents. Agencies will then open the brief, look at the details, look at who of their actors is suitable for that role, click the ones that they want to put forward, write some notes in the notes, and just push submit. And that gets pinged straight back to the casting director, and it's a very simple, easy process. If you're not on Spotlight, an agent's work is 10 times harder. They will have to. I'm not saying being on Spotlight is imperative, because we have clients that are not on Spotlight yet that we truly believe in, that we do this work for. But it's really time consuming as an agent to do this. I'll explain to you what I'm saying. Is that if they're not on Spotlight and they're not a member of that platform, and I can't just click their profile and send it to the casting director, what I have to do is find the casting director's emails, write up a big cover letter about the actor that I want to suggest, find their headshots, find their show reel, put it all together in an email. Hopefully it's not too big that it won't send, otherwise I'll have to Dropbox them or send them a Vimeo link, and then send that off to the casting director. And that can take, sometimes it can take 20 minutes, half an hour, just for one actor to do one brief, which is hugely time consuming for an agent. So it's much easier for us as agents if you're on Spotlight. And also it gives you, you're able to have a profile page, put all your bits and pieces on there, all your show reels, all your wide variation of headshots that you should have and will have, and all your experience and your skills, your accents, what you're capable of, if you can drive, if you can ski, horse ride, that sort of thing. That's all on there. So casting directors can gather a lot of information from just that one link that we click through. So Spotlight's a really imperative part of being an actor, unfortunately. So my next bit of advice for you as a potential actor approaching an agent is be proactive in your journey. Don't sit on your laurels. Don't sit back, and once you have an agent, or if you don't have an agent, I wouldn't ever sit back and just wait for things to happen. You have to be out there. You have to make things happen yourself these days. We live in a world where you can film anything on any medium, or almost any. You've got so many different possibilities of filming content on your iPhone. You can shoot a movie on your iPhone, on your your iPad or your laptop or whatever it is you're working with. You can make stuff. So I always encourage my clients, if they're working or if they're not working, to be proactive in their journey. Try and make your own things. Try and look out for stuff, or collaborate with people. Try and just be busy all the time. And the more you're out there, the more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to be seen. You've got to be in it to win it. If you're sat at home doing nothing, you're far less likely to get employed as an actor as somebody who's in people's faces, out there creating, being proactive on their journey. So those are my top tips for you as an actor, helping you to find an agent. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and I wish that you have every success and find the right representation for yourself. Good luck.